The aluminium. I guess we should just try to. Yeah, there's something I need to figure out here. Okay, this is what I'm gonna figure out.
It worked before, so we know it worked.
We know it works. Yeah, we have a confirmed method. So, testing. This is working. Where do you think you're gonna hold the? Where do you think you're gonna? Okay, 'cause that might be the right. You talk a little bit louder, so maybe we'll do like. So this is me.
All right, check one. Sibilance. Hello. We have all the time in the world.
I think that's gonna work just fine.
Okay.
And we'll really try not to overtalk. So now I'm just gonna talk into this one and see where this should be at. So if I'm talking like this is basically how I talk, and I'm saying, "Hey, Em, what's up? What's up, Em?" Okay, all right.
Then I go pro podcast.
Yeah.
And I speak and then pause. What I'm going to do is on this live stream, though I don't have my lollipop, although I might grab one.
Yeah.
I will try to incorporate what I'm learning from the pop, which is slower down.
Slower down.
Take a pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause. Let's get a great shot of just my cat litter box right in the back there. That's good.
Litter robot.
Litter robot. Classic. Absolutely classic.
Sponsored.
Absolutely. Well, I wish, man. That'd be the best sponsor ever. Because I only want to take ethical sponsors, you know.
Well, and make sure you get the ethical litter robot because one of them murders cats.
There's a litter robot that murders cats.
Yeah, there's one that if the cat's not fast or heavy enough, it doesn't sense the cat is there and it has decapitated them. The little door comes down on top of them. No bullshit. I'm not kidding.
On top of the cat?
Yeah, right on their neck.
That is actually insane.
It's horrifying. It's like if your cat is
How have I never heard
slow,
of this?
getting out of there. Well, it's a certain one.
A certain.
It's an Amazon rip-off one.
We'll be looking at.
But it was still expensive. But it was killing people's cats. Hopefully they fixed this. This was a year ago. I heard about it.
Sorry, this is gonna go on. Is that cool?
It's fine.
Make it look way better.
No, yes, because otherwise we seem shady.
Otherwise, we seem shady. We don't seem trustworthy. We don't seem like. Right.
Did you just put the lion up? Was that there before?
No, yeah, that's right on there. You like that line? Pretty sick, right?
Yeah. Were you really into
You guys should check that out.
the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe?
You know what? I was, and I'm even more into it now, and I have a weird feeling that it holds up. Have you seen it recently?
I'm gonna be real with you and the audience and the chat.
Be real.
It never appealed to me.
At all?
Not in the least.
And why is that? You didn't like the lion thing, or the little kid thing, or the woods?
I didn't
Why
like
didn't you like- why didn't you like-
Mr. Tumnus, whatever.
Mr. Tumnus was kind of creepy.
I couldn't stand
He
that
was
thing.
freaky.
It
He
was
freaky.
it seemed too devilish to me. And I was raised very religious. We're on this podcast. It's for a reason because my background is heavily
religious.
So
but what religion?
that book is supposed to be religious, but it was creep show to me. I wasn't allowed to watch anything over rated G, right? And that story is upsetting. Although lately when I looked back and read some Bible passages, I was like, wait, the Bible's extremely upsetting.
Yeah, there's some very concerning.
Wowzers. The very Christmas story.
But that's life.
The delightful Christmas story in which King Herod murders all of the toddlers.
Exactly. That's life.
And you're a toddler yourself, oh, cool, cute. When was this? Was this last week? What happened?
Wait, so you never liked,
I did not. But
what about, so you said you were in the cab this morning and you had some guy, he just went off about Jesus and he was
well, he wasn't going off.
No, I mean in a good way. He was ranting or He was like
I
singing.
cannot recall for the life of me
His
how
praises?
that topic came up.
Yeah, how did it come up? That's what I'm curious
But
about.
it was something about his. I believe it was a thing of, like, oh, I know what it was. Okay, thank you. I had to think
Okay.
through. Thank you so much for your patience,
Of
everyone.
course.
We were talking about how hot it was in the valley
Yep.
and how, of course, it's hot. It's the middle of August. Like, when is it supposed to not be hot? Like, of course, if it's going to be hot,
Yeah,
August is the
this is the time.
expected time. And it's a known fact that the San Fernando Valley is a very warm place in the summers.
Of course, yeah.
And so we know this. And then he was explaining, he was starting to say, like, well, if it wasn't hot sometimes like that,
Mhm.
then we wouldn't appreciate when it's not hot or like when it's pleasant weather.
Oh, that's very nice.
And
that's
then
a good, I love that.
yeah,
I love a
and-
wise cat.
yeah,
They're not
yeah,
always
yeah.
wise.
Oh, no, yeah.
They're not always
Oh, and he
particularly
was so
wise.
sweet and cute, and he was young. Like, he was
Nice.
really young, but he
Really?
was
How old is he?
he was I have no idea, but definitely well under 30.
Well under 30?
Well under 30, yeah.
Wow.
But he was Armenian.
He's Armenian.
Uh-oh, what's happening here?
No, that's just
Okay.
me.
All right. He was Armenian, and the thing about Armenian peoples, as I've learned living more closely with them in Los Angeles than I
Uh-huh.
ever have in my life before that,
Yeah.
is that
I've never met. I didn't know they were a thing until I moved to Los Angeles.
I did, and here's the crazy reason.
What's that?
Also in my childhood, we had a book called Our Little Armenian Cousin.
Our little Armenian.
Our
cousin?
Little Armenian Cousin.
That's a book that you had
This-
in the Midwest. Where did you grow up?
This was a series of books that had been published in the 19 teens, like 1911, 12, 13, like that.
My little Armenian.
Our Little Armenian Cousin.
At least their cousin. At least he's their cousin.
And the thing is, though, they had books. It was Our Little Japanese Cousin,
Uh-huh.
Our Little Italian Cousin. But we didn't have any of those. We only had Armenian Cousin. It was my grandfather's book when he was a kid. And
Whoa.
we had that book, and so I read about Armenia. And I had never in my life really met. And then later as an adult, I met some people who, a lady I worked with had married an Armenian man, and so she explained to me about how their last names mostly always end in the IAN letterings.
Gorgian.
Right. Almost always, if they in that way, it's a good
Kardashian.
chance they're
Kardashian. I guess
Armenian.
we all have known about Armenians. The Kardashians made Armenians huge. They made them worldwide. They took Armenia global.
Well, in many ways, Armenia's been global.
Armenia's
long
been
before
global.
the Kardashians.
You think?
And here's the reason why that you don't even realize until I say it right now.
Why's that?
Because when you think about Jerusalem, the so-called holy city,
Uh-huh.
it is cut into 4 quadrants.
What are
The
those?
Christian,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Jewish,
Uh-huh.
the Muslim, and the Armenian.
What?
So that's how long the
But aren't
Armenians have
Armenians
had a
either Christian or Muslim or Jew, or probably just Christian or Muslim?
primarily Christian, but they're
Really?
Armenian.
Armenian.
They
wow.
have an Armenian faith,
What
which is
wait,
like
that's
the
so
Christian
interesting.
faith.
Yeah, wait.
But it's very orthodox, but it's Armenian, and they have their own section of Jerusalem, just like the other faiths. So,
Wow.
and they have been under persecution.
Oh, it's an Oriental Orthodox. Whoa.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, and the thing is that that book, Our Little Armenian Cousin, was written before the genocide.
So, what?
I had this book in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, so then you heard about the genocide.
And I'm reading about the delightful pastoral living that they had in Armenia at the turn of the century. And then later, I meet people from Armenia. I start learning more about it. I go, holy crap, that book was written. And then shortly after that, many of those children were murdered that were the basis of that story.
Holy.
It's wild.
That is
And
wild.
here's what's even wilder.
Let's hear it.
Right now in the news, a lot of what you hear about is obviously Israel and Palestine,
Sure.
as well as
Sure.
Russia and Romania.
Yeah. And
Ukraine.
Russia and Ukraine. Romania. That's the next one.
Please, let's not.
No.
Don't put
Go.
Romania through
I know. Let's
anything
not
else.
get Romania
They've been through
involved in
enough.
this. You don't think Romania has it tough enough?
Listen.
Come on. Come on, Putin.
They might as well
What are
be
you thinking?
Albania.
They
So
might as well be
anyways.
Albania. That's so true.
But
Oh,
yeah.
Eastern Europe.
Right now, though, even at this same time, right now,
Yeah.
the Azerbaijanis, which are located geographically on the other side of Armenia from
Yeah.
Turkey.
From Turkey.
The Azerbaijanis want to be part of Turkey, but
Uh-huh.
they want to just trample over Armenia like it's not there.
What?
And so they are doing a blockade. It's called the Artsakh blockade.
Okay.
You know how there's Artsakh Avenue in Glendale? It's named after that place. Artsakh, which
What
is
is
one of the primary,
Yeah.
it's a town and an area in Armenia. And it's it's where they get a lot of their supplies in Armenia. And the Azerbaijanis are blocking it illegally and trying to starve them out of their town again like they did 100 years ago, man.
Really?
Dude, yes.
You were up to date on Eastern European.
Well, here's the
skirmishes.
reason. One of the reasons now,
That's shocking.
partly living in this town,
Yeah.
but secondly, on the end of my block, in the tall building right there,
Yeah.
is the Azerbaijani embassy.
What?
And so we regularly have protesters there from both Palestinians as well as Armenians.
Really?
Because our Azerbaijanis give money and arms to Israel. And then
I'm
also
gonna
they're doing
write a
the
book for my
blockade.
kid called My Little Azerbaijani Cousin.
Well,
What was that book about? What was that
it
book
was
about?
basically just like, they raised a lot of sheep there. Like, it was like, here's what their life is like. And they have the other books, and I've seen the other ones,
Yeah.
like the Italian and all the different ones.
Right.
And I mean, as you might imagine, they're pretty racist and stuff and like xenophobic because they were written in like 1913 and 1910. There was World War right then. But that was partly why this person who made these book series was doing that, was because they were trying to unite the world by saying, hey, everyone is everyone's cousin.
that's what they were trying to do.
Right, like you shouldn't be murdering people because it's probably your cousin.
You should not murder. You heard it here first, folks. We talk a lot about morality. We talk a lot about the source of morality. At the end of the day, you really just shouldn't murder your cousin. Or what was it? Sorry, say it again. What was that little...
You shouldn't murder anybody because they're probably your cousin.
You should not murder anybody because they're probably your cousin. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that'll
And you
solve
go back
pretty...
far enough,
If
and
we
they
all lived
definitely
by
are
that.
your cousin.
Imagine if we all lived by that golden rule.
It's
What a world that would
It's
be.
incredible when
What a
you
world.
think how all that has to change is change. Like, people, when you say something like,
What
we
is that?
really
Unpack that
could
for
make
us.
the world a better way,
Uh-huh.
and then, like, you say that to some people, and they go, yeah, but nobody would ever, that's not ever, you can't fight what's already going on, like, it already exists like this, blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, as long as that's your response to the thought of changing it, then you're making it not change.
Yeah, people.
But, like,
when people, you don't like when people are complacent. Or
well, it's not that. It's the thing of, like...
no, I mean like okay with the bad, with whatever bad is going on, you know.
Well, not necessarily bad.
Right.
But
or what
I'm
needs to change? What
saying-
needs to change?
Something that could be better.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Like, something can be better without something that exists being bad.
True.
And that's, I think, a difficult thing for a lot of people in our highly digitized world to understand because it's very binary. So it's a lot of zero-sum thinking.
No, that's true. I think that's a big problem with
Yeah.
people. But okay, so what did the guy in the cab say? Like, how did you get out of the cab?
Well, so he was saying, you know, if it was never so, like, not great, then you wouldn't appreciate or realize how good it is when it's good.
Oh,
And I was like, yeah, that's for sure.
So true.
And then he was saying, like, yeah, that's why, like
Jesus Christ died on the cross for us.
no, it was something like, well, I was saying something about how, like, it makes sense for there to be different weathers because, if it was always just one weather, then only one types of creatures would live there. But then if the weather suddenly changed, oh no, all those creatures die. But when you have different weathers, then there's different creatures. Some thrive under different conditions, but something always stays alive around there.
Wow.
Right? And so
and that's
then,
the reason for seasons.
Right, and partly, yes. I mean, among
Hey,
other
what
things.
it do, Pastor Huck, bro? Welcome, dude.
We got
Pastor,
someone here.
Pastor Huck is one of my favorite fellows. I'm going to show you his YouTube channel real quick. We'll give him a shout
okay.
out. Everyone go and follow Pastor Huckleberry. Pastor Huckleberry is a crazy, like
Pastor Huckleberry, are you a Val Kilmer fan? Is that where you got the name?
I'm sure he is.
Does he engage in chat or just hang out?
This is Pastor Huck, man, just doing the Lord's work.
Oh, he's an actual pastor.
He's like, he actually is, but I mean, it's kind of. I can't tell if it's troll or not.
Oh, he's just got like
it's
a
like
church
it's like a
set.
Trump church.
He just made like a set. Oh,
but I
his
love
garage.
it. It's like, yeah, I guess. But I think he probably looks like he has a parish, maybe, or like a. But you know, he's like a Protestant heretic. But we love him, Pastor Huck.
I love him.
He's crazy. He goes.
He's irreverent.
He's like totally, yeah, irreverent. I love it though.
He's one of these iconoclasts.
He's one of these iconoclasts. I can't handle that shit. I'm just kidding.
Well, so then anyway, so
how did you start
then
talking
he
about
was
it?
saying like, well, so that's how like you can see that like everything kind of is the way it's supposed to be or whatever, and then that was how he was segging over to say like, I mean, somehow he said something about how he's been studying the Bible, and when he studies the Bible, that's when he learns the most things. It was really cute how he was saying it,
sweet.
because his English was not real strong. But the way he was saying it, and so impassioned. Because he was very much like, his whole thing, because I was talking about like, you know, how when I was a kid, it was like the hippie Jesus freak Jesus.
Yep, exactly.
And now they have prosperity Jesus.
That's so true.
And how I've realized that like, oh, Jesus is like, he comes with the fashions. It's like is Jesus wearing long or short hems?
That's true.
This year?
Wait, yeah, Pastor Huck.
Like,
Do
is
you
his hair
believe in
long?
hippie Jesus? Jesus Christ Superstar. Remember that?
No, well, not really. Jesus Christ Superstar was a whole other thing, because that was like disco thing.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the really hippie Jesus,
Super
where
hippie.
it was like at my church, you know, we were singing Kumbaya like every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what I call that?
It only takes a spark to get a fire going. And when that spark is lit,
I know this song.
you'll
That's cool.
warm up in its glowing.
Oh.
That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, it's in the air, it's everywhere. You want to pass it on.
That's incredible. That's like a musical. That's what they were saying.
That
Like,
was sang in a circle, dude.
No
That's why I know it's so
freaking
good, because
way.
there's little kids singing it.
that is so kumbaya.
We had so many songs.
That's so
But we
bad,
actually
yeah.
sang Kumbaya. We sang Michael Roy Broder
Oh,
Shore.
you know what I call that these days? There's like a modern version. Pastor Huck.
Praise songs where
No,
it's just
no,
one
yes.
verse they sing over.
Exact
and
that,
over.
but you know what I
Those
call
weren't
those?
like that. They had verses.
No, I know, but I call those Jesus is my boyfriend music. That's what it is nowadays. It's like, Jesus is my boyfriend. He's my boyfriend.
But see, it wasn't
That's what
like
they do.
that. But
That's
it
what they
wasn't
do now.
that. That wasn't what it was.
I know.
What I'm saying,
It
it-
changes with the eras. That's how Protestantism
Right.
works. That's how
Yes.
literally how it works. It just
Yeah.
becomes whatever
It's a
the.
fashion.
It's like a fashion. Wait, let's see. So newer gaming. Name was given before Mary gets is pregnant, but the Spirit of God came down upon Mary. His name is his name in heaven before walking this earth. All right, welcome. I didn't know this is kind of great. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Like I say, I mean, it's whatever your Jesus.
Yeah. Pastor Huck's not into the Christ consciousness, Jesus hippie nonsense. And I agree. I'm not either. I think Jesus.
I mean, this was at the regular church. It wasn't like in a cult. I'm just saying, in the 70s, that's how Jesus was. That's my understanding. I took up Jesus.
That's what they did.
Because the people around me were like, Jesus cares about the earth. He cares about poor people. He cares about like hungry people. He doesn't want you to have a big house. You should give things away, like that. And nowadays, when people talk about Jesus, they barely ever be saying things like that.
They forgot they made. This is what I think. Okay, this is gonna be. But it's like they went through a movement of the same thing as the culture in the 70s of like, let's erase the boundaries around pretty much all things, especially like, let's do a bunch of acid and go be hippies and watch the Grateful Dead. And these were like the, I guess, I don't know, the elites of the time, and everybody had this idea of like dissolving boundaries between categories. And so they made Jesus into the person that would support that goal. When what Jesus did was draw boundaries around things, say these things are right and these things are wrong. But they just like imported the hippie movement, which I don't know if you see this.
No, I don't see it that way at all.
And what do you think?
Because what I'm saying is the people who were teaching me about that Jesus concept of the Jesus who was the Jesus who gave everything, including his life. And did not care for material possessions.
No, absolutely.
And cared for the smallest and the least among all.
And that's part of Jesus, but it's not
the
the
people
whole...
who were in trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
Those people were giving that to me straight out of the Bible.
Yeah, because you could find that.
Because that's what, if you read just the red parts of when Jesus speaks in the Bible in the New Testament, like, that's mostly where you're getting out of it is be a cool person and be cool.
True. No, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
it's just sort of like most of the things when he gets irate about things, it's mostly about accumulating wealth and being greedy.
True.
So when I hear people invoking his words and saying, he says be greedy, I go, wait,
no,
what?
Well, of course I'm not saying
no, I don't believe
that.
You're saying that. But that's the trend of Jesus.
Yeah, but also this is a little part that just it explains the boundary side of the time. So the next day when they had come out from Bethany, Jesus was hungry, and seeing from afar a fig tree having leaves, he went to see if perhaps he would find something on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. In response, Jesus said to it, "Let no one eat fruit from you ever again." And his disciples heard it. Now in the morning as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, remembering, said to him, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away." So Jesus answered and said to them, "Have faith in God. For assuredly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, 'Be removed and be cast into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you have received them, and you will have them." And he just basically curses. So he curses this fig tree to die, and then delivers a beautiful message about belief and faith and the power of your faith. And this is a warning against the fig is like the representation of Israel, right? That's like their representative fruit. So he also gave like direct warnings and drew boundaries around things. It wasn't always hippie Jesus, is what I'm saying. Like, this is a very non-hippie move. Wouldn't you say? Or no?
I would ask you first, what is this translation of the Bible that you're using?
Oh, this is the King James. But we could do it.
It is the King James?
Yeah.
No, it's the New King James.
New King James, yeah.
Let's see. We read it in the original King James.
And the OG King James, yeah.
Not that I'm saying King James is like
no.
right, because it's the translation of translation of translation, and it has people's intentions, including that king. But
right.
It's the way I heard it originally.
Yeah.
And so it sounds so different the way they write it, and it.
This is how you guys read the King James original?
Yeah, that's the only Bible we had when I was little. There wasn't any of those other ones.
Wait, hold on. First of all, Zuru Gaming. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, it is singular. If they are different, three persons. It should be written as in the names of. It was in the name of, because Godhead is singular, not Godheads. I don't know what you're. I can't really tell what kind of points you're making. Zurunu, what are you? I mean, you're obviously a Christian, but just curious. Anyway, well, not obviously, but I guess you are. Okay, so let's see. Oh, because then also he's telling the Jews like that he's going to destroy them. Oh, this is when he goes in and flips all the tables. Remember, he flips all the tables.
Yeah, no, this is hippie Jesus when he did that.
He was being hippie Jesus when he did that.
Yeah, because he's like, this money is meaningless in the face of what's
like
eternal.
God, yeah.
Things are eternal, and this is not. Yeah. And that's probably kind of what he's saying about that fig tree too, in a way. It's like, hey, don't. You know what I mean? You can move everything around on earth that you want with your faith.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything if your faith isn't in the right thing.
In the right thing, yeah. In him, yeah. That's cool. Anyway, so that's sweet that your cab driver had that moment. And I think we should go to. I think we should go to.
Sweet about it.
I think we should go to the. What was it called? The Saint Sophia.
Yes.
We should look at pictures of it. I bet it's awesome.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's beautiful because it's been here
oh
a long
my
time.
Goodness, look at this.
It's been here a really long time.
That is gorgeous. I really want to go to this. Oh wait, that's Washington D.C. Look at that.
Well, I'm sure this. Hey, listen.
This
don't count Los Angeles out on architectures.
Oh no. Sometimes they do it right, especially when the architecture is actually for a purpose like this. Look at that.
That's really pretty. Look at that. Like that's like a crown coming up.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty. We should definitely.
We 100%, and we should go for a service. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I bet we could actually watch a bit. Saint Sophia. Saint Sophia. What the hell? What's going on? I wonder. Oh yeah, I was gonna check the sound on the thing. I'll do it after this.
Chat, what is happening?
What's going on, chat? We got just basically one guy raving in the chat right now. It's okay. We'll get people coming in and out and sort of flowing around.
Oh, the person who said that Godhead is singular.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about though. Like I don't know what point they're trying to make. If you want to make your point like clear, just like say what you are trying to say. I know you're like, or I don't know. Maybe you're just kind of. This is what you're trying to say. In the name of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, it is singular. If they are different three persons, it should be written as in the names of it was in the name of. So are you saying the Godhead is singular or there aren't three persons? We believe in one God of one essence with three persons. That's the belief. That's my belief at least. Okay, so
oh, that crystal is all beautiful.
yeah, isn't that amazing? That's the altar.
For this city and for every city and land, for the faithful who live in them, let us pray to the Lord.
Great.
I like that.
For people of other from
That's the
abundance of
priest.
grace of the earth,
And it's not like I noticed like.
And they're doing English, but it's like
Yeah.
in that very
Yeah.
intoned way. I like that.
Exactly.
It's cute.
And then it's also the priest is never telling you about like how much traffic there is on the 405, which I noticed about like a lot of my services that I was going to before these. It was all about the 405. I probably heard 4 or 5 sermons about the traffic, and I don't think they mentioned scripture like one time or like.
No, because they want to
like,
mention what kind of car they drive.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm serious.
Kinda. I don't think they're
Because
really bragging about the
this
car.
mindset in our world is like, if more is always better, nothing is ever enough.
Mm.
And so when people are looking at someone who supposedly has the direct line to God, they want to see that guy have a lot of riches because they're like, that means God's giving riches away. Well, God's giving whatever away. But that doesn't mean nothing, because the truth is that's not what churches are supposed to be for. They're not for the wealthy. They're actually for the poor.
No, exactly.
The whole point of churches is to make a society where nobody gets left behind and left out in the cold. And if you look at America, we ain't doing good on that.
Yeah, well, I think the purpose of a church is to get a jet. Get a private jet. That's what I think the purpose of a church.
Well, when I start my church, it will be.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think the meaning of the church is to get a private jet and like have a big mansion, have a few golf carts, maybe a slave or two.
I think that's
kidding,
what
obviously.
Jesus wants.
That's what
for
Jesus
you.
wants. That's what Jesus wants. I don't get the people that go. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but that go. So let's compare this. Okay, well, listen to 2 seconds of this. This is the service.
Imagine Telly Savalas is in the gallery listening to that.
Literally.
I love
And he
it.
was, because they've been doing the same liturgy for
Right.
thousands of years.
That's what I mean. It's very like ancient.
Yeah. You can actually, Telly Savalas was, you can go to this and be 100% certain you're sitting in a service that Telly Savalas actually experienced, because it's a cyclical,
Right.
liturgical
Because
thing.
there's a calendar.
There's a calendar
Yeah.
that.
There's certain saints
Yeah.
that you have the worship on each Sundays and stuff. Yeah.
So you get 2 seconds of that. So I mean, and we should definitely go to this. And then now let's look up like, who's like the big mega church guy? Who's one of the big, like.
Wind Song. What is that?
Mega
what is the
church.
one that the guy
Mega
got in big
church.
trouble?
Because I knew we were gonna get this. Like
Oh,
this guy.
you know what? Look up my dad's mega church from San Diego, David Jeremiah. Ugh.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Shadow
David
Mountain Church.
Jeremiah, Shadow Mountain Church.
That guy's responsible for my loss of every last vestige of faith I once
Oh,
had.
come on, man.
No, I'm not kidding.
I know, but this guy doesn't speak for God. He speaks for the devil.
I know he doesn't, but as soon as he looked me in the face like that, I was like, this is all a lie. I can't get on any of this.
Well, just because he's a lie.
No,
Everything
it
he's
doesn't-
saying is a lie.
Listen to me.
I get it, though.
Because my dad is the one who taught me the other
I
church
know,
things,
I
and then
know.
my dad sat there and was fooled by him, and I was like, none of this is good.
I know, but that's just, unfortunately, I understand that on the emotional level, but really what that means is that your dad wasn't good and this guy isn't good. It doesn't say anything about God. You know what I mean? But I understand. I understand emotionally.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, I agree. I can agree to disagree.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
sitting in the front row and having that dude
Yeah.
look you in the face
It's
and
scary.
tell you that the church says vote for Trump.
Really, stuff like that, political stuff.
Yeah,
It's
and then he
horrific.
shows up
Horrific.
at the ecumenical breakfast prayer meeting
Ecumenical.
for Trump's election.
Yeah.
Like, he told his congregants to vote for Trump because that's what church and God said to do.
That is
And then Trump got elected, and then there he was shaking hands and being best buddies with Trump. And that guy right there,
right.
he's worth, at last time I checked, $25 million his own self personally.
Oh yeah.
And you know why? Because he writes a new book every year.
Yeah,
And then he has
forces
the
every congregation person to buy it.
Well, he doesn't force them. He uses church money to buy a bunch of them and get on the bestseller list.
Oh, really?
Then he resells them to the congregants at the church functions.
That is-
So he double dips on money. It's sickening.
Yeah, no, this is sickening. Is this gonna trigger you if we watch it? For a
No,
second?
it's fine.
Okay.
I'm glad to call this.
'Cause I
don't
wanna
care.
call it
My
out.
dad's not living anymore, so
Yeah.
I don't have to protect that.
Yeah, okay. Because this is the difference between what we just saw, and that's what we're trying to examine
Right.
here. Like
Oh,
how
yeah.
how
Just how-
debased this is.
Just
Like,
how, like,
Genesis 15. If you want to know all about the rapture, all about the resurrection, that's where you need to go. The
Until he's
resurrection
getting
of
older.
Jesus Christ
he's getting older and
is
sicker.
given to us in detail in
Look look at just how lifeless,
close up on his
boring.
eyeballs, dude. It's horrifying. He looks like the devil.
It's just absolutely boring. Yeah, we'll find a better video or something.
Well, if you can get the picture of the video from behind.
Point. It had no truth to stand on it, no power to change lives. It was like building a house with no foundation. No matter how impressive the house.
Jeez, man, it's so boring. And then it's just his interpretation. That's what this is. It's just him opening up the Bible and be like, what can I come up with today? Literally.
Well, I mean, he
What the?
he is a scholarly person in the sense that everything he does is well researched and he makes a lot of books. But the thing is that he is fraudulent in his behavior and choices that he makes about his own personal life with that money like that.
Mhm.
And also another thing is that church was founded by Tim LaHaye.
Who's Tim LaHaye?
Tim LaHaye
The
is
Satanist?
the guy who wrote the Left Behind book series,
Oh yeah.
which is pretty non-biblical and was very for making money.
Yeah, well,
because
no,
they
there's
made
nothing
movies
biblical.
and all of that.
Yeah.
And then this guy, David Jeremiah, was his like second-hand man, and then took it over after that guy died.
Wow.
Or after that guy retired.
Interesting. Well, yeah, because the Protestants have this like sort of fringe belief that they know when the rapture's coming and what all the signs mean and like all that stuff. So none of it ends up being particularly biblical. It's just kind of like, it becomes like that Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie, like 2012 or whatever. Not Dwayne The Rock, but you know that movie. Like, does that classic disaster movie.
And I can tell you something.
No, like, interesting depth
The thing
it.
about those Left Behind books.
They're really bad.
Well, what you don't get contextually, if you're younger like yourself,
Yeah.
is the fact that when those books were being published
Churchgoers
was between 1995-6 and 2002. So it was, they were selling Y2K fears in the form of the rapture. Like, oh, maybe Y2K means the rapture. So people were buying them books being like, how do I avoid not being, like, I want to go in the rapture. I don't want to be stuck on Earth for all this, like, end times business.
So they actually thought it would be like...
No, they didn't think that. They never said it. They never said what time of frame it was in the book. But they conveniently released the books right when everybody was the most scared.
Wow.
So they would sell more books.
Hey, what's up, 10 till? I don't know. What am I watching, you said? What did I say? It's called Wednesday Style, Crazy Style, M. Allen Style, and this is M. Allen. We're going to be learning her, exposing her crazy secrets and stories and things. And right now we're learning about remember that movie Left Behind? This was a big movie back in the day, and it was, is that Nick Cage?
Well, Kirk Cameron was a
What
big
the
guy
hell?
in those
Nick
movies.
Cage
I
was
don't
in this
remember
movie?
Nick Cage being in it. I know Kirk Cameron was a big guy
Or
in it.
it is. It's Nick Cage.
Yeah, wow.
That is just frightening, but cool, interesting.
Well, that guy keeps having to work because he has to pay back the government.
Oh yeah, he's got to work. He's got to take every role. This is a movie about the rapture, and it's just basically biblically retarded.
I mean, it is and it isn't, but it
So is
isn't.
everything set for Dad's surprise
Because
party?
it's very, like,
He got
a
called into
story in a
Yeah,
movie.
look it up. Yeah, it's somewhat entertaining.
I'm waiting for someone.
I never watched the
dad.
movie, full disclosure. I read the books.
I did watch them as a kid, but I didn't know
Welcome
what the hell
aboard
was going
PanCon
on.
Flight 257 to London. Flight time today will be 6 hours and 30
I
minutes.
lived in terror of the rapture when I was a child. Because I was like, if you don't get pulled in the rapture, you're going to get hit by one of these cars that doesn't have a driver anymore.
I think that'd be the last thing on your mind. Also, if you're a kid, you would have gotten pulled in the rapture. Probably. If getting pulled is even
I
a
never
thing.
believed I would have been pulled in the rapture because I've always believed of myself to be a very naughty and
I know,
terrible
that was
sinful
the
child.
that was the real problem. We talked about that. But it's like, you just assumed that you were sort of not good.
I lived in dread.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I knew my mom would
Well,
go.
now- I mean, I
knew
get-
my mom would be taken because her faith is very strong. And so I was like, what will happen to me? Because I'm not going to be going.
Damn.
I'm like 8. Well, I guess I'll have to ride out the end times with my brother and sister alone. Because I assumed my brother
Damn.
and sister would not be taken.
You got like actually brainwashed by this evangelical like cult. Wow, that is. I'm sorry, Em, but that's not true. You know, none of that's true.
I know none of it's true now. I
Yeah.
mean, but when you're a little kid,
when
like,
you're a little kid, it's tough. That's
your brain can mix
I had
truth
some
and
of those
not
thoughts.
truth really easily.
That's true. I had some of those thoughts, but I didn't really fear the rapture so much. I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm a little kid. Maybe it'll work out, or maybe it'd be kind of cool if because I always kind of like Nick Cage because I saw that movie National Treasure, and I saw this movie, and I was kind of like, well, I don't know, I could be Nick Cage even if I'm a bad guy and hopefully become a good guy and like get up there. Because in the rapture, I think you still have time to like turn your ways around. And if I probably my mindset is like, if I'm not turning my ways around after that, I mean, what the hell are you even doing?
Like, just trying it out, maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I think I may have mentioned this on our last one.
Yeah.
But I had those nightmares when
Oh,
I was
that's
a little
horrible.
eensy kid.
That's horrible.
And in the nightmares, I was an adult woman who had refused to take the mark of the beast, and I was living through the end times and being hunted down.
Whoa.
And in these nightmares, I saw things that weren't real yet at that time.
Right.
Like night vision and like UAVs and
Oh,
stealth
really?
bombers and like
No
yeah,
way.
oh yeah. I was being hunted down, and I was not a child. I was an adult.
Did you know anything about? Had you ever seen a
And-
stealth bomber before
And
you had that
no,
dream?
I was 1970s. There wasn't any. But I saw them. Black Hawk helicopters, all that stuff. It was being used to hunt me and like some people down that we were running away, trying to just stay alive. But they wanted to kill us because we weren't gonna like take the number of the beast.
Is
We
this
didn't
what
want
you-
the mark of the beast.
Is this what you saw? Something
Yeah,
like that?
dude, 100.
In your dream in 1970?
Yes, in the 70s into the 80s. I had those dreams from
Wow.
75, 6 until like 83, 84.
These things are crazy.
Regularly, and
This
they
is
were
scary.
terrifying.
This is like a Darth Vader. I love how it's like America's like, we're the good guy, and then we fly like Darth Vader ships.
You know, here's a question I had the other day. Whatever happened to Space Force? Remember that?
It's still going. Space Force is going strong.
Let's sign
I'm just-
up.
I just
You
wanna
wanna
say-
sign up for Space Force.
Let's sign up for Space Force. I'll be as long as we get so.
I'm sure they'll take anybody.
I love how Earth and America, we always just assume, I am the good guy. I am the good guy. And
Yeah.
this is what we drive. It's a Darth Vader ship. It's literally, we're Darth Vader.
If you look into the Northrop Grumman Corporation,
It's not like Americans. Like I love Americans and I love American culture and a lot of stuff like that. But it's the people that are literally that are making these and commissioning these and starting wars. And it's our leaders, truly. And it's like we are Darth Vader.
well, it's
They are
James
Darth
Bond, and they all think they're James Bond like. So they're like, dun, 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 let's spend a lot of money on some gadgets, and we'll shoot some guys and pretend their lives don't matter. Because that's what James Bond. I mean, it's
Wait,
so
this
funny.
could not. Wait, look at what this is called. This is like it's like they're self-aware. You gotta sometimes you'll like when the villain. You're like, why would the villain ever tell their whole plan to the good guy at the end of the movie? It's like they kind of do stuff like that. The spirit of Washington. What do you mean the spirit of Washington? A death machine? A war hawk is the spirit of it's not the necessary like arm of enforcement. It's actually the soul of Washington is death.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, before he was president, he was a general. I mean, he was a military man.
Yeah, no, I get that. Wait. Oh, I see. Wait, maybe this isn't a real website.
This is AI. These are
Maybe
AI.
maybe I wasn't on Northrop Grumman's.
I don't think Northrop Grumman actually puts
Has like a
their
website with like a
detailed photo.
Okay, how do I add
a
the
photo
card?
Let's show our enemies exactly where the. You know how like on Star Wars they're like right in this one spot when you shoot it it'll blow up. It's like why did they know that?
That's true. Why did they know that? Actually,
Wow.
I think there's some.
further
They added
story.
some. Yeah, that's
Further
true.
the
There's
story.
always like some little thing.
But I do say, look into
like
the
Alex.
Northrop Grumman Corporation, you'll find a lot of sins.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where to start
me
looking.
tell you.
I think you go to Alex Jones or something. He knows all this
No,
stuff.
what? No,
Alex
thank you.
Jones
I
has
would not
everything.
like to be associated with that fellow.
Well, you don't have to be associated with him, but you can listen to stuff about Northrop Grumman.
I would not listen. to
Yeah,
his
that's true. His voice is kind of gruff.
He is a monstrous person.
So,
who
yeah.
causes their trauma.
Yeah. That's true. We don't have to really. I wasn't.
I mean, when he causes trauma for others, he causes it for himself. So in that sense, I feel bad for him, but I also don't feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Ian Russo thing. I know that's the last
Yes,
thing I say. That's the last thing I say.
Yes,
about it.
yes. No, but it is exactly like that.
Wow, look at
But
this.
it's not quite because the person you just named is not nearly at the Alex Jones level.
No.
Of like
No, that's like a microcosm.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
is
this
this
is
website?
real.
I'm literally
Northrop
just-
Grumman does not make shanty, like, train track things.
You think
This
they
is
make-
Sergey Eska. It's his art page.
Yeah, this is his art page. That's cool. Let's shout out SirJessicaArtStation.com. You guys come check this guy out if you're into I guess like 3D models.
Yeah. It's pretty detailed. That's
It's
for
pretty
sure.
good stuff. It's pretty random, but it's pretty good stuff. I like
I
that.
mean, I don't know how he's making
nice.
it.
A warship.
My dad would like this.
I really liked. By the way, that's pretty good. It's not bad.
That's so weird to see a photo of that Titanic like in like fresh waters with like
Yeah.
normal like cameras.
It makes you wonder
Because
why they didn't
most
just
of
go
the
with-
pictures we have of it in water are like all black and white and grainy.
True.
So it's like so bizarre to see it like,
puts
oh,
it
they're
in
just like you could
perspective.
go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it never seems like a real thing.
Yeah, it always seems like it's oldie timey. But if you put it in the current settings, you're like, oh wait, like the production values. and
Right.
stuff.
I wonder if I'm gonna get like copyright. Just so everybody's clear, this is Sergey Eska. He's a 3D artist.
3D
You can find him
artist.
at Serge SK at .artstation.com. Check him out, man. He's good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get off your website, Serge. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
But great rendition.
I mean, if you want to be
a-
mad at somebody, Sergey, how about Google?
Yeah. How about get Google on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. What were Left Behind? Should we finish this trailer?
So what the reason I brought those dreams up is because
yeah.
that's why the rapture terrified me so much, because I already had the pre-dreaming about the
Did you see this?
post-rapture period. Yeah, the train falls off. It's a terrible nightmare for everyone who's still alive.
It is.
That's why it's called Left Behind, because it's supposed to be scary. Like if your family goes and you're still here, ooh, you're done.
Yeah.
Honey, you better try harder.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, Numenon. So, I was going to ask you first. So, she has returned. Numenon is a fan of yours. You probably thought that's the last time you were on. And the noise echoes a lot, but the video still brings me into an enlightened state. Okay, that's good. Well, I appreciate that. Maybe we should share the one on my because that's what I was wondering, if the noise was going to echo. But no, what we can do is... that's what I was going to check. Let me see how bad it is. Let me see if I can fix it with myself and my key, because I like the two mic setup. I really prefer it. Let's see. So one thing we can do is turn down the sensitivity of our mics.
Okay.
So try talking into yours.
How's this, you guys?
Is that echoing at all, Numenon?
Does it sound better or the same?
Looks like it's going to be the
I
same.
think I kind of sound, I kind of hear that reverb a little.
Because what's happening is this mic is picking up all, like, the bigger
Yeah, I just
bowl,
turned
so.
this one off. I don't need it in front of my hand.
Okay, I
It's
like
better
that.
if we share it,
I
'cause
like
then
that.
we won't cross talk.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Yeah, then we don't really check it. So it should stop echoing now. You can still hold it up to your mouth and pretend it's on. Okay, so that should be good, Numenon. And we'll turn my... Oh, it's still Oh. How about that?
Do you think, does this have a mic?
Does this still echo, Numenon? It shouldn't, right? Because I just turned this off. I bet it doesn't now. Which means you might be able to turn that one back on, and it would still work. You tell me if we're echoing at all, Numenon, now. And you can, you keep talking to that.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay, and then we'll just keep doing what we were doing, which was watching. Oh yeah, Numenon, we were watching. we were talking about Left Behind and how nice we fixed it. Sweet.
Amazing.
Okay, that's awesome. So we were talking about Left Behind. Do you remember that terrible movie from the, I don't know, when was this? Early 2000s with Nick Cage, maybe?
Well, that one is from 2014.
This is from 24. Oh, they
it
did a
says that on the
new
YouTube.
one.
I was gonna say Kirk
They did a
Cameron
new
was
one.
in the original
Kirk
one.
Cameron, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I read
Perfect.
all those books.
I I didn't know they were books at first. But watch this. Wait, watch this incredibly hilarious. This scene basically sums up the whole movie, I think, or the whole franchise.
Chloe, are you okay?
Yeah, but Mom and Raimi, they're both gone.
Like walking through her house with a baseball bat, comes around a corner, pray. like it's a jump scare. Pray.
But did you show the part where like the train falls off the?
Is that from the original?
No, it was
from
earlier in this.
In this little.
Yeah, like right when the moment when it all happens.
Oh, is that like?
Yeah, there's like a bright yellow.
Yeah. They're on like
it's wild.
in an instant. It's basically like a horror movie if it's a horror movie about the rapture, which is just a crazy concept. Only in the evangelical South could this movie be possible. Where's my gun?
In California, it was in San Diego where they were writing
People
this
from
book.
all over this planet
Really?
simply
I guess that makes
vanished.
sense too.
Chris, let me in!
So like the pilot got raptured, you get it? So like disaster.
Cars,
it's
nobody's
basically
driving.
it's like Final Destination.
Here we go. Check it.
The plane.
Yeah.
I know you all want answers, and believe me, so do I, and I'll do my best to get
And
them.
I'll do my best to get. This is also one of those
Some
Nick
doctors
Cage
talking.
bad
It's not just
acting
here.
examples. You know he's either good, great, or
One of these days the sky's gonna
Them from the darkest time in the history of this world.
Well, I mean,
God,
Nick
my
Cage's
mother
religion
talked
is
about
Superman.
would never do
so
something like this.
Is it really?
I doubt he really convincingly played the unraptured father.
Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna look up Superman. Wait, did he actually play Superman?
He's obsessed with Superman.
Really? How
Yeah,
do you know that?
it's pretty known. He got his Superman. He had Superman #1. He had gotten, which is
Really?
like
The
very hard to
first
get.
one?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then it got stolen. No. Yeah, it was a
that's
whole
probably
thing.
like worth millions of dollars.
I think he got it back
I'm
eventually.
so getting
but
copyright.
it's a
I
big
cannot just
deal.
watch like TV on stream. You cannot watch TV on stream.
Well,
I'm
if we're
pretty sure.
materially changing it to something
Um,
that we're talking about, we can, because that's called fair use.
I know. Well, I think that all the time, but then I get all these copyright strikes.
no.
So who knows, man? Who knows? I am interested in Nick Cage like interviews, because I'm trying to. Like, would this be any good? Or no, we had. Oh, I wanted to watch this. So yeah.
Oh
Bringing
yeah.
us out, and he's still making us rich.
Tyler Oliveira, he does like cool, I don't know, YouTube videos. I exposed the most corrupt churches in America, and he goes to these like mega churches.
Yeah.
And he shows what the problem is.
He will deliver you. He will set you on high because you've known his name.
What is-
when you call
why
upon
is there
him, he
an-
will answer you. He will be with you in trouble, and he always intends to bring you out. It is because he's trying to get something from you, but because he's trying to get something to you. He says, be a giver. Why? Because I'm a giver, so I want you to be a giver. Therefore, you step into the So this morning, you get an opportunity to exercise on Mother's Day.
So he said, give me money, give the
What your
millionaire
mother-
money.
Would say, do what you've been told. God wants to bless you, so step into the blessing. Amen?
Do what you've been told. And then amen as a question. Like making sure, like, amen, right? Amen? Amen, question mark? Listen to that again.
Told. God wants to bless you, so step into the blessing. Amen? So if you're giving this morning, you can make your checks payable to EMIC.
Oh.
For cash, credit, or debit giving, there's an envelope on the seat back in front of you, which will populate there, or you can text to
That's
give.
that's the end of the, that's the climax of the service.
It always is.
This is
And then there's
one of our
something on
most
the, you
popular ways.
can, they have all the tips of how you can do it on the
36609.
screen.
Happy Mother's
It
Day.
always
And
is.
ushers, when the people are ready, you can wait on the people. Praise God.
As the ushers collected
It always
donations,
is, and the building
I was
gets
happy
bigger,
to learn
and
they
the
also
technology
accepted
gets
credit
more
card, but was
complex.
surprised.
And they open up a coffee shop in the
Yep,
lobby.
yep, yep.
And they open a restaurant in the back building that they
Uh-huh.
build that's like $7 million. And my brother came for my dad's memorial service at their church. And when I was driving him from the hotel to the church, which he had never been to or seen,
Uh-huh.
I was like, you're going to hate this. You're going to hate this. You will hate this. Please get it out of your system while we're in the parking lot. Do not go in there with the angry, hateful attitude you're going to have when you see this building, because I understand why you will hate it, because it's also why I hate it.
What's the building? Like a Walmart? It looks like
Look
a
it up. Look up Shadow Mountain Church.
Shadow.
Yeah, El Cajon, California.
Church. El Cajon. Oh my goodness. That looks exactly like the Righteous Gemstones one. I mean, yeah, that's like your classic.
No,
just
that's
like
not.
pretty-
No, that's
Oh,
not
no.
the front of it. Look over there with the columns.
This one? Or
Yes.
this? That's so small. Oh, is it this?
Yes. And then there's a whole other buildings behind. And they have the huge parking lot. Then they have an accessory parking lot down the way. And then guess what? They have seated church, quote unquote, all around the town for like, they have like Lebanese church and stuff. But guess what? It's just a way to segregate their thing. Because they have all those churches happening in like community rec center buildings around town. They have the main church service only for the like white Christians. It's they're so racist. It's so just horrifying.
Wow, incredible. It really, really just crazy.
And the amount of money and everything. And like I say, look at that photo. Like, look at that. And that doesn't even show you. You're seeing it from way down. If you saw a picture of somebody, like, physically their human self walking up, how tiny people look compared to how huge
there are
those
some cars here. It's a big, it's probably like, I don't know, like 3.
That thing holds, I think, like 5,000 people.
Numino has a good point. He says, give me all your money because God will bless you if you do. Amen?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the restaurant like they opened and everything.
They opened a restaurant in the church.
It's
wow.
And they have a school. They have a high school.
This is the epitome of those like tables that Jesus would flip over. You know, like he goes in the church.
Everything about it. It's so.
These are the tables he'd be flipping over.
One day I was leaving there and they had like this free book cart, you know?
Yeah.
Like people would donate books, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And as I was leaving there, I saw this book there. And it was clearly an extremely racist book.
Really? What?
Because the title was like Race and Reason, and it was clearly published in like the late 50s.
Oh,
so I was like, what is this doing here? I grabbed it. I took it.
Yeah.
I still have that book stuffed in a box somewhere. I looked at it, and it was indeed very racist because it was trying to use science to explain why it was better to have segregation because black people weren't able to compete at the level of white people. So we might as well give them their own whole thing. It was so disgusting. And this was at the church free book thing in 2015, 16, like that. I'm like, this is insane. I have it somewhere in my boxes of things, and I put a note inside it, and I said, the reason I have this book is because it was at the racist book thing. And I was like, I didn't destroy this book because I don't think we should destroy things like this, because you need to know these things exist and existed and inform people's minds.
I destroyed a book recently.
I don't think you should destroy things like that because you need to show people, look, this is where it goes. This is where this goes.
Yeah, this one was different. I walked into this free closet at UCLA where you could get like a bunch of free shit. Like people just put their old clothes.
Did you destroy it because you were mad at it?
No, because it just caught my eye. There was a bookshelf, so people put like books in there that anyone can come and take, and one of them was called like The Monstrosity of Christ or something.
Oh, wow.
Literally.
That's a little much.
I know. And I was like,
you don't have to be mad at him.
This is it. And so it's called The Monstrosity of Christ. Yeah, this book here. And I kind of ended up being stupid because it actually, John Milbank was like some kind of Christian or something, or theologian, and maybe even an Orthodox theologian, and was debating this other guy named Slavoj Zizek, who you might have heard of. He's like, whatever. Anyway, people in my chat might have heard of Slavoj. And Slavoj was saying, like, Christ is fake, like, monstrous story, like, Nietzsche bullshit, blah, 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 Nietzsche, blah, 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 you know, whatever leads to Hitler. And then John Milbank was like, no, this is what the story's about.
I've heard of John Milbank.
Yeah, I feel like I had as well. So it ended up being fine, but I ended up throwing it out anyway because I really didn't like the title. I didn't want the book in my house, and I didn't want to give it to anyone. And I also thought it was a pointless.
Well, I mean, and that's the struggle I had with that book.
Yeah.
But it's the same reason I kept this book that I have that's like the Bill Cosby How to Be a Good Father book. And I picked that up at a used bookstore sometime in the last 10 years, and I was like, I put a note in that too, and I was like,
Bill
I'm
Cosby,
keeping this
How to Be
for
a Good
ironical reasons. Because if I die, somebody finds these books in my stuff, I don't want them to be like, why'd you have these books? I need to know, their note needs to be in there.
That is so funny. You have Bill Cosby, How to Be a Good Father?
It's not what the title is, but that's what the book is.
Essentially what it is.
It's like fathering
How to
lesson.
have a good time
How
in a
to be
hotel room.
Yeah. Make sure you hold on to them lewds because they're going to go illegal soon.
When your wife is pregnant in the thing, that's a great time to go get some strain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That
Use
is
the fact that
horrible.
you have Hollywood connections to harm others. Yeah, it's so crazy because he used to be on his high horse, like he plays a dad on TV that makes him the greatest dad. Like, no,
Well,
I don't think that's how that works.
I think you get disqualified from greatest dad after a certain number of felonies.
Well, anybody who is the primary star of a network sitcom that's on for many seasons is not dad of the year because you're at the set all the time.
True.
The kids that were his kids on the show were more being parented by him than his own kids. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I have both those books in the same basic place because I'm like, on the one hand, Bill Cosby sucks. I'm not being
on the
racist.
Other hand, this is
like
way
I'm not
too
being
funny. Like that book's not going to exist for very long.
I'm not being racist in the way of.
You know, that book will be worth some money actually pretty soon.
I wouldn't want that money.
No, it's better to keep it and just like have it as a weird artifact. You know, because some people have like haunted dolls. They keep like haunted artifacts in their house just because.
I would never.
I would never
gross.
do that. But I'm just saying it's easier to keep the Bill Cosby one and not feel too bad about it because it is funny. It's like it's an artifact. It's not. Some people collect Hitler memorabilia and I wouldn't do that either. But it's not like it doesn't necessarily make those people. They're racist.
Okay,
they are though.
listen.
Although let's be honest.
I'm going to tell you something, Reese. I just remembered the title of the book.
What is it called?
And that's another reason why I kept it.
What is it called?
It's called Come On, People. And there's a comma between on and people. I'm not.
Kidding.
Look
You're
it
actually
up.
Kidding.
Look.
Are you kidding?
No.
And you don't do a bit about this? Are you kidding me?
I'm not trying to be a prop comic.
M, you don't even have to bring it.
It makes me laugh so hard.
Are you serious?
It's so funny to me. It's his face and it says, "Come on, people."
Oh,
come on, people.
Somebody must have noticed this.
Come on, people.
Absolutely, somebody must have noticed. Oh,
that's the one I have right there.
Oh my God. M, are you serious?
It's real. Look, you found it. I didn't make that up. That's real. It's a book. It's got a Library of Congress number.
This is on purpose.
I mean, people always tell you what's going on if you're paying attention.
They do.
That's the reality.
That is exactly.
Everyone always.
That is exactly like the stealth bomber.
Yes, 100.
People always tell you exactly what they're up to.
They can't. No one wants to hold on to a secret, even the most horrible, dark secret. They don't want to carry it alone. So they'll leak it out. They'll kind of say things. It's like Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, that's right. Did he have a crazy book? Like did he have some kind of? Was he slipping like?
He didn't have a crazy book, but for like 30 years, he would always make jokes about how he liked young girls, and then he would say, "Well, actually, my case comes up next Thursday." Wow. He said that a million times.
This is beyond the pale, though. Come on, people. By Bill Cosby.
It's really, and when you think how many people
wait on the path from victims to victors.
Thank you.
What?
The thing
More
is,
like victims to victimizers.
When you consider,
my Lord, victors to villains.
How many people around him were very aware of what he did and how he was, and that all got greenlit, and somebody was like, "This is fine," and they knew.
Just madness.
That's wild. But that's also what you learn.
Look, I love this. I love this review and analysis of Bill Cosby and Alvin Toussaint's book.
Well, and seeing they
Come
did
on, people, and there's no comma.
They didn't put the comma. They didn't put the comma.
This is like
and
a
that makes me
study.
die. I die.
A scholarly study of come on, people.
Come on, people.
How much is that book on this? The scholarly study.
The
is
only
68.
next thing they need to do is just spell cum cum, and then that would be like ideal.
This is probably a rare copy. Let's go to
maybe.
Amazon.
Oh, maybe I could get that money. I guess I would take the money when we think about it.
Let's see. It's like $20 right now, but that's this version.
Yeah.
Literally, look. This is more. This looks like a beginning of like a CSI episode.
Yeah, there's literal cum like in the steps. Oh my god, I can't.
This is like Newman says.
It's
oh,
like
no.
everybody knows.
Come on, people. On the Path from Victims to Victors by Bill Cosby. I cannot believe this. Have you ever heard anyone talk about this?
No, when I had social media, I took a picture of it and I posted it and was like, that comma's doing a lot of work.
What are that comma's doing it? Yeah, right. Wow.
But my social media is gone now, so it's gone.
Look at this. Bravo to Cosby and Poussin for publishing this much-needed work. Unlike the intellectuals and
It's
scholars.
basically a book where he's saying that other black people aren't being as good as him and they should try harder. So that's what I mean when I say me having that book and having that other racist book about like the science of why black people suck is me not being racist, because I'm saying, no, Bill Cosby sucks. It don't matter. He's black. I'm not going to sit here and be like, every black person is better. Like, no, every person is a person. That's that.
Wait. And so these are the topics, just in case anyone's unclear.
Yeah.
So it's a book by Bill Cosby called Come On, People. And the topics are what's going on with black men. It takes a community. We all start out as children. The media you deserve. Healthy hearts and mind. The high price of violence. Oh, yeah. What is that? What exactly is that price? Like you get a sitcom that runs for 20 years?
Well, in the end, the price is your son gets murdered.
Is that what happened? Oh, jeez, man. That's so dark, his life. But all the reviews are astounding. And it's obviously from before his conviction, I hope. Like, when was he convicted? Like, I don't know.
2018, I think, 17.
Conviction. I think he's out of prison now.
He is.
In 2014, multiple allegations emerged that Bill Cosby, yada, yada, yada. And it probably didn't get convicted until a couple years ago. But it was
and then it got overturned, yeah. Because they honored his shady ass deal he made 40 years ago with the guy in that county, where the guy said, all right, I'm not going to prosecute for this. You got to do your shit in other counties now. And then he had that on paper and they signed it. And so then he said, you couldn't have never done this to me in this county. So that's how he got out of it.
The split court found that Cosby was unfairly prosecuted because the previous district attorney had promised the comedian. Well, as long as he promised.
Oh, I mean, of course. They're always just so good about keeping their promises to people that don't have money.
You don't understand. Yes. Yes, he drugged and violated, dozens of women, if not hundreds, and probably boys. And yes, he got away with it and everyone knew for 30 years. But the DA made a promise. Don't you respect a pinky promise anymore?
I don't respect a promise made by an attorney. And I don't respect a promise made by an officer of the court or the law. Because they are authorized by law to lie when making said promises. And so it's real convenient.
But as long as it gets Bill Cosby off.
I mean, at least he did go to jail for a little while.
A little while. And he's like old enough that he'll probably die soon or whatever. And then he'll really face the music, But how rare is this? Extremely rare. Wesley Oliver, a Pennsylvania law professor who has followed Cosby's case closely over the years, said he has never heard of a high court in Pennsylvania or anywhere else grappling with a prosecutor's informal promise not to prosecute.
Thank you.
A different process, like a previous district attorney as well. It breaks new ground entirely. Because also, who was there to hear this promise? like, was there a promise? It sets precedent not just for Pennsylvania, but probably other states. He said the ruling should drive home to prosecutors the risk of suggesting at news conferences and press releases are verbally and private that they will not prosecute. I mean, yeah, I think that they should at least add 3 words at this time. If you add that qualifier, which wasn't done in Cosby's case, you should be good to go. So one attorney one time supposedly doesn't say at this time 30 years ago or whenever it happened. And a convicted sex offender just gets to walk?
Well, and not only walk, but act further with impunity for the ongoing decades, further abusing and victimizing uncounted numbers of more people.
Well, I mean, if that happens again, he will be. I mean, and I'm not saying.
No, but I'm saying at that time, had they, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. When he made this like whatever he got, it's like the
whatever
Epstein thing,
it
whatever
was,
he got.
yeah.
So there were dozens and dozens of more.
The devaluation
of
women is just outrageous.
Well, it's just the corruption of it. I mean, it is that
women
right?
and children
and just the unpowerful, the powerful,
the vulnerable,
the vulnerable get to.
But mostly women
the
and children.
The invulnerable, as in the Hollywood and the Washington and the economic elites, get to trod on the vulnerable at will, and our justice system is not sufficient enough to prevent that from happening at all. But anyway, not to despair, because we do still have Nicolas Cage interviews. I don't think Nick Cage would ever hurt a fly, do you?
I do think he would, yes.
You think he's a bit of a weirdo?
I think that he has
I mean,
a very, very volatile personality.
What?
And when someone has that level of volatility, it usually is accompanied by
got some kind of
a quickness to violence.
Wow.
Why
At
did
least
Nicolas
violence of
Cage
language.
change his name? I changed.
The violence of language, sure, and that's debatable. I'm just saying.
And
he's
by
not a
how
Bill
much
Cosby.
you've seen him do violence in films,
He's good at it.
physically,
He looks cool doing it.
you believe.
That doesn't always mean anything though, because
It
Keanu
does. I mean,
Reeves
it's
seems
an
like the
acting
nicest guy.
thing.
Doesn't Keanu Reeves seem like the nicest guy? But he doesn't, and he's good at violence in films. But even when he does violence in films,
But
it's kind
he's
of like
not.
dancing.
It's
It's kind of like,
mm-mm.
kind of looks like.
No, he's doing more of a
He's like a cheerleader.
He's doing like a Jeet Kune Do.
Gymnastics. Yeah.
He's doing like a Bruce Lee. Like
Yeah.
I'm using your energy back on you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm just putting that. And
It's like once he was in the Matrix, now he's just always in the Matrix.
True.
Like every
True.
move he makes is kind of like woo woo. I'm flipping through time.
I think being in that movie, I think the pill they gave him actually unlocked his brain.
Well, I
Like,
think
they accidentally gave him the real red pill.
Hey, you heard it here first, chat. I think The Matrix is just a continuation of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure because he already had traveled through time and space. So then it was like, oh, he's the natural to be like the Neo.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. Should we watch this Nick Cage?
Yes.
Okay, I have to leave here hard out at 6.
Oh, yeah, you have something to go to.
At 6:30.
What time is it? It's 5:30?
At 6 is my hard out.
Okay.
So, just letting you know.
Changed my name because I was doing a little movie called Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I was still Nicholas Coppola, and people would not stop saying things
Also
like,
based in
I
San
love the
Diego.
smell of...
Really?
Yeah, it was actually Fast Times at Claremont High, but they changed it to Ridgemont.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wait, hold on. First of all, what? I think I must have heard this wrong. So let's listen to this. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I was still Nicholas Coppola.
Nicholas Coppola, and people would not stop saying things like, I love the smell of Nicholas in the morning because of Apocalypse Now, and Robert Duvall saying, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and it made it hard to work, and I decided, I don't need this.
Wait, what? What did they say to him? He said he changed his name
this was a long... They walked down a very long path to get to this rib on him. Basically, what it was people were ripping on him for being a Nepo baby.
Yeah, for being a Coppola.
But how they did it was Francis Ford Coppola did Apocalypse Now. In Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall says, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. So they were saying, I love the smell of Nicholas in the morning.
Just to
it's
make a
one of
reference
these, they're
to
going way cerebral with it when all they had to do was like,
Nepo
did you
baby.
even have to audition for this, Coppola?
Yeah.
But they were trying to be cool. But he hated it.
I would hate that too. Just be fucking stupid about it. Just come out and say what you're saying.
That I have an uncle that's
It's all these writers that went to Yale too that are like, I love the smell of Nicholas in the morning. I wish I was privileged. Anyway, Daddy, can I go to Yale next year? I need to get another film degree.
Right. You're also a nepo baby.
Yeah, just in a
own
different
area.
way. And look, I am too. So I'm not even saying don't do that. But I just be direct with. No, you'd actually have to have a job. You'd have to have success to be a nepo baby, but but anyway,
he is a nepo baby.
Yeah. We know that. Oh, we're all well aware of this.
So change it to Cage. It's a combination of Luke Cage from Marvel Comics, who was a character I liked, also named Power Man, and John Cage, the avant-garde composer. Speaks volumes about everything I've been up to ever since.
What a psycho! I love him.
Fellini's Juliet of the Spirits, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, Truffaut's 400 Blows.
I think he's just
Stanley Kubrick's 2001. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Yeah.
It just goes on and on. I don't know.
No. I am a craftsman. I know how to get to a place. I mean, it's been so long now, 45 years now. I mean, been doing it so long that my access, thankfully, to my imagination and to my emotion is at my fingertips, and I know how to bring it when the director says action, and then how to leave it and go home. I'm not I'm not torturing myself, so to speak. Or at one time I was. When I was 19, I was.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I can't tell what I think of him, man.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
The funniest part about watching that interview right there, that one right there, is when you live in LA a while, then that's how every person talks. Like how he was just talking about, like, well, no, I'm working on the craft, and it's about the moments, and it's just so funny.
When I was 19, I was super.
Well, and with him, I mean, and the other thing is, too, because everybody you meet in L.A. has, like, their own story of fame and celebrity and whatever they've been involved with. And they all talk about it with the same level of self-importance that he just did.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not all Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what they do.
But it's really funny because what you realize is all of those people who aren't Nicolas Cage are speaking in that way from a point of insecurity.
Yeah.
But then when you see Nicolas Cage, you realize he is also that deeply insecure.
Oh, yeah. You don't really
because
talk like that.
Because everybody who tries to have fame, I mean, present company included, I'm sure, is doing it from a place of, like, wanting to build up their self-belief.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Even if they seem as though
self-image or something.
They don't need that.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they do.
People, it seems like some people stumble into it, but it probably is still from that, even when they stumble into it.
Because
like,
they wouldn't keep doing it.
There'd be no reason to keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, that's the thing. Whenever, like, if you hang out at the Comedy Store.
Oh, yeah.
And you see how nervous and on edge even the very, very famous people are. Because they want to be seen and talked to by the right people, and they're trying to keep things, they got to keep the juice on it.
I know this is his, like, outward character as well.
Right.
But I always find Bobby Lee to be so nervous.
Oh.
I don't know, just when I see him around, even, like, because I've never talked to him or anything.
I think that's
and it's like,
drugs.
What do I even have to, like, it's not like I'm less nervous than him. He's probably very comfortable at the Comedy Store. It always seems like he's kind of
extremely comfortable at the Comedy Store, but his public persona is to be kind of like bewildered and like wild like that.
Yeah, I think I'm
a lot of
mixing
times
the
what he
public persona
does,
with the actual.
You know, you're not supposed to park your own car. You're supposed to stop at the bottom of the and let them take it.
Yeah, right.
He'll always drive up in there
Yeah.
and then hop out of the car and go, "Don't worry about it." It's so funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, he's very funny.
Yeah, he's
I
so
love
great.
Bobby Lee.
He's another San Diego. He started off in San Diego.
He started off in SD. That's wild.
Yeah, one time I talked to him for a while about a mutual friend from down there.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned her name, and he's like, "Oh my God, I haven't thought of her in forever."
No way. She was a comic in SD.
Yeah.
SD card.
She's a very sweet lady, Peaches. But the reason why is because whenever I started doing comedy in San Diego, she used to say to me like, "Oh, you've got that thing." She's like, watching you doing comedy right now, it's like when I was first watching Bobby Lee and I knew like he's going far.
Really?
Yeah, and I would be like,
wow.
"Oh my God, thank you, Peaches." Wow.
Joke.
But so then when I was like hanging out there,
I
and
agree,
he
by the
came
way.
Thank
Everyone
you.
should check out M. Allen if they're in LA and if they want to go check her out on YouTube.
Anyway, so yeah, so then I was like, "Oh, Peaches said to say hi," and he's like, "Oh my God, Peaches," because he hadn't thought of her in a long time because he hasn't been in San Diego for decades. So
That's amazing. That's wild. Okay. Top 5 lies.
In 3D. Show you the top 5 lies hidden.
That's something I watch on my own.
Oh,
time.
my visual aids.
Oh yeah, get your visual.
Okay, so just for proof of like what a religiously upbringing I had.
Oh yeah.
This right here that I'm
Let's
about to show you
I'm so curious.
is something that I made in Vacation Bible School when I was probably like 7, maybe 6 or 7, 8 years
really
old.
Nice. Very
And then
crafty.
I gave it to my grandparents for Christmas. And then like when I was like 24, my grandma sent it back to me because like they were moving and they were going through their stuff, and she's like, "You made this for us." So I've had it ever since then.
Why did she send it? They didn't want it anymore.
Well, I mean,
it's cute. I'd want to have it.
They
back.
were moving from like
There you go. That's
a
awesome.
house to a condo, and they were just
Yeah.
what she was doing was she was dying and she wasn't telling anyone, and so she was taking all the photographs and all these kinds of things that she had saved,
Right.
and
And, like,
anything
kinda
someone
like-
else gave her, she was giving back and saying, "I've saved this," because she wanted everybody to know, "I saved this. I
Yeah,
cared about it.
I cared about
but now I
this,
want
and
you
now
to
it's a
have
nice
it."
memento.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that is
she
sweet.
was
That's a
worried
good
that if she didn't do that herself, then when you die, nobody knows what this is. They're not like, "Oh, Emily made this."
Oh yeah, right.
So,
oh, good point.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's wise.
Yeah,
That's
she
very
made a
wise.
special
I
photo
enjoy
album
that.
for everybody that was like whatever photos where you were the main person in the photo, those were the ones she would put in your album.
Oh wow.
So it was
What a
really cute.
thoughtful
So
lady.
anyways,
What a
yeah, but
really
this is
thoughtful lady.
this is literally like I was like, "Here you go,
Oh,
Grandpa and Alma."
that
Like
is
I'm sure
nice.
whatever they would do with this, but one thing that's really sweet about this too
Oh, I
is
hung it up.
because the people who did the crafts in our Sunday school and vacation Bible schools and stuff, it was Art and Rethel Fuller, shout out in
Nice.
heaven. They were so sweet, and they had so many cute craft projects, and this was their idea, the burlap and then the ribbon, and then you had different choices of stickers and different pieces of, like I chose these yellows and stuff. It was like whatever.
Wow.
But we did all kinds of cool things with them.
That's
and
sweet.
they always were my adopted grandparents for like Grandparents' Day at school.
Ah.
Because my own grandparents, my mom's parents were they were ill and couldn't ever come down from where they lived in the Upper Peninsula, and then my dad's parents during the school year they mostly lived in Arizona, so they weren't there for that. So Art and Rethel would come to that for me, and they'd be my,
wow.
so it was really cute.
That is very cute. That's amazing. And you had something else, right?
Yeah, this is from the church directory when I was
The
at like
David
3,
Allen
maybe
family.
3, I think.
You guys see that?
My brother's a baby there, so yeah, I think I'm like 3. It's fuzzy because it's a picture of a thing. Like my mom took a picture, then she sent it to me on her phone, and then I printed it off, so it's like hard to tell. So our faces are
There
super
it is,
blurry.
there
Oh,
it
there
is.
you go. You got it pretty good.
David Allen family.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I'm actually only like 2 there because my brother's so little.
Oh, wow.
I was 2 when he was born. So, yeah.
That's crazy. There's M. Allen.
Yeah, that's my mom and dad.
Whoa, what a classic Americana.
Yeah. Well, and that was the church directory. And the thing is I have some other ones where it's like the Gordon Bennett family.
Whoa.
Yeah, because that's how long ago it was where it would be just the man's name family. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, right.
We'll do this one next time. These are these
next time.
flashcards I got from this weird church pastor guy that are more like military than church.
Are you sure you don't want to do
it?
that?
And I memorized them. Yeah, see if test me on my flashcards.
Oh shit, no way.
Okay.
Okay, wait, I'm going to share it with don't look at the screen.
No, I won't. Okay.
Okay, we got survival tip number 1.
Don't panic.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Survival tip number 2.
Gain situational awareness.
Hearing this, guys? Are you guys internalizing this? This is great.
It's your Christian faith at work.
Yeah, this is your Christian
so
faith.
Weird.
Imagine this is your scripture.
This is what Jesus
This
is
is what
telling
Jesus
you.
is handing out to you. He's like teaching you about the secrets of the universe. And then and also survival tip number 3.
Number 3. Okay. I haven't looked in these in a while.
Hey, don't look. This is a good one. It doesn't even make sense.
Like, is number 3 develop a victor, not a victim mindset?
No, that's
is that
4.
number 4?
That's number 4.
Okay. Okay, don't panic. Gain situational awareness.
This is important. Everybody has to do this.
Figure out the next best step.
Nope.
No. Damn it.
Although that would be a good step. Like you could kind of put that between
All
any
right,
of the steps.
great. Tell me what number 3 is.
Take inventory.
Take inventory. Yes, okay.
Which, like, what does that even? Make sure
okay.
you're doing this. These are survival tips.
What are you surviving? Okay.
Guys, make sure you're. We'll read back through them at the end.
Number 4.
So far, numbers 1, 2, and 3. We got don't panic. Tip number 2, gain situational awareness. Tip number 3, take inventory. And she got this at church. Okay, you know number 4.
Yeah. Develop a victor, not a victim mindset.
Develop a victor, not a victim mindset.
Hey, maybe he read Bill Cosby's book. From victim to victor.
You think you picked that up on Bill Cosby's book?
Oh my gosh.
I think it's possible. Okay. You know number 5?
Number 5.
This is important. And it's important that this is directly in the middle of all the. There's like probably about 10 of these. Number 5 is. It's almost like having faith. Faith in something. Trust your training.
Trust your training. Yeah, because I was like, what training?
Yeah, make
I
sure halfway
memorized
through
these while I was at jury duty.
So funny.
But it's been a while.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, this is good. This is really good. These are just getting like vaguer and vaguer.
Yeah, it's very.
Survival tip number 6. Do you know?
Number 6 is
Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys.
Is that the one where it's take the next best action?
No, not quite.
All right.
Oh my god, the number 7 also cracked me up.
Just let's read them because I can't remember.
Number 6. Ben, don't break.
Ben, don't break. Yeah. Okay. These
Ben,
are making
don't
me
break.
laugh again. I think my brain forgot them so I could laugh again.
Literally. Okay. Number 7. Beware of celebrating
Beware
the
of celebrating the summit.
What
Yeah.
the hell does
because
that
it's
mean?
what climbers do. They get to the top. They're like, woohoo. But then they still got to go down and they're tired.
These crack. I like
It's
how they're
crazy.
in order. Like these
when
are,
he's
these are in
mixing
no
like
particular
mountain things with like war things, like what are you doing?
It's no.
What
like,
is this man's sermon like?
If you live, but we're gonna read through them all in a row and just. But okay, number 8. Learn from the past.
Learn from the past.
They're so vague. Guys, make sure you learn from the past. Okay, if a meteor
Learn
strikes,
from the past.
or if there's a tsunami, or if you're lost in the wilderness, or you get stuck in a blizzard or an avalanche, just remember tip number 8.
Trust your training.
Learn from the past. Trust your training.
Trust your Bible training, how it taught you to survive on a mountain.
This one's kind of nice. This should be number 2 in my opinion. Help others.
Help others. That's why I
Survival
was
tip.
like, that's number 9?
That's number 9.
What kind of church? And then the next one is take
Well,
the
and
next
also
best
Jesus,
action.
like pray and like
It's
Jesus isn't mentioned.
It's not
one
in there at
time.
all. It's literally not in there. And nowhere does it say trust God.
Survive.
It says trust your own training. look
the
around,
next right thing.
get the best idea that you can. Don't
Wait,
pray. Don't
wait.
help others. Not
This
till
is-
number 9.
This is a genius.
Do the next right
This
thing.
is a genius.
What's the next
number
right
10
thing? How you gonna
survival tip.
know?
Oh, it's well, whatever it is, do it.
Right.
There is there's in every survival situation, you should know this. There is a next right thing to do.
That is
And number 10 is like, just in case we missed anything,
yeah.
do the next
Like,
right
shouldn't
thing.
that have been the first? Like, that's why I kept trying to give that. Every number I was like, is it do the next right thing? No, I forgot. That's at the end.
This should be the only tip. Do the next right thing. And ladies and gentlemen, from at the church, at the mega
Yeah,
church.
Dr. Robert Jeffress.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know. I got
Doctor.
those
This
in
guy's
the
a
mail.
doctor.
Those literally came in
Wow.
the mail to me.
Okay, so we're gonna read
and I
through
cut something off of them, like about
You
his
cut something
church.
out.
Yeah.
We're gonna read through them one more
Okay.
time. So we got don't
panic.
So you have to imagine. Let's pick a scenario. Let's actually pick a specific
Okay.
scenario and then walk through the
Oh,
tips
I know.
and try to
This is perfect. You need to survive the rapture.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great wraparound. Okay, great callback. Okay, so survival tip number 1. Okay, I think this is what we need to do first then.
Don't panic.
That makes sense. That's a good tip. Don't panic.
True.
Keep a straight head
The
on your
rapture
shoulders.
will cause you to panic.
It'll be pretty mind bending. You're gonna want to panic.
At
so don't
first,
do
you're
that.
going to be like, wait, this really happened right now? Okay.
Survival tip number 2.
Gain situational awareness.
So I guess we're gonna look around. So okay, let's look around.
Look and see which car's about to hit you because nobody's
true.
driving it.
I mean, that's not the
Check
worst.
if a plane is about to fall on you.
It's not the worst tip in the world. Gain situational awareness. Take stock of our surroundings.
You better hope that the firemen are not Christian.
Okay, now somehow this survival tip number 3.
Take inventory.
So
Well, that's true because you're going to have more stuff now because a lot of people will be
a
gone.
lot of people are gone. So I think. Oh, do you think? I think we should literally take inventory.
Rob and loot the
rob and
stores.
loot all the
yes.
stores. Take all the inventory.
Everyone knows the shopkeepers are good Christian folk.
They all the good shopkeepers. Well, we'll only steal from all the good
because they'll be gone.
Because they'll be gone, and it's actually going to be the better run store, so we'll get better inventory. Take inventory.
Maybe Dr. Robert Jeffress is right.
Robert Jeffress for this specific scenario. This is perfect. Okay. Now, this is going to be important because there's going to be a lot of other people, bad people,
What's funny
with the
is
same.
this is the longest advice right here. Developed a victor, not a victim mindset.
So now we have to develop a mindset. That's kind of sudden.
Yeah, that's true. You're waiting until emergency situation to do that?
Why don't you just kind of do that?
You should have that all the time.
You should probably be working on that.
I thought you're supposed to be like, Christ is the victory.
So let's assume that we've been working on that one for a long time. We've got this kind of victor mindset. We're taking inventory.
We read Bill Cosby's book.
We read Bill Cosby's book. We read, Jesus
From
is
poverty
my
to
boyfriend.
prosperity.
Now, this is important because we have sort of been...
We've been working on it, so now what we're going to do is trust your training.
Trust your training. And, well, that's kind of a nothing statement because we're just going to do that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you have to because what else are you going to do?
What else are you going to do? Not
You're going to say, I don't trust my training.
Yeah.
I'm going to go completely against whatever I've been told.
You kind of figured that one out in Don't Panic. Don't Panic comes along with you trust your training.
Well, and let's say you've been trained to have a victim mindset. You can't trust that training because you're trying to develop a victor mindset.
Freaking funny. Okay.
All right, number 6. Bend. Don't break.
That's good because we're going to run up into a lot of situations, but it's also kind of a given because if you break, you're done. I mean, you're dead.
Well, and I mean, in what way? In what way are you supposed to bend and not break?
Also kind of covered in Don't Panic if you're bending and not breaking.
Thank you. And also, I mean, if you bend enough, you will break. It's not up to you.
It's not up to you.
I've broken my ankle 3 times.
It's saying be resilient.
And
it's
it was
kind
all
of like
from
a reminder.
bending.
It's not really a tip so much as like an encouragement.
It's
like
kind
be
of a thing of
resilient.
Like, hopefully your bones are strong.
Okay, and because we have strong bones, we trusted our training. We remember all of our tips. So things are gonna feel easy.
Well,
like at a certain point, we're gonna like get we're gonna loot a great store, and we're gonna have all the materials. Maybe we have a gun or something. So let's just remember survival tip number 7.
Well, beware of celebrating the summit, because here's what I'm about to say. A lot of these, you got to understand, there's going to be people from Bel Air and whatnot. They're gone. They went up to the sky. You're up there on the mountain.
You're on that mountain.
You're like, woo, I'm on this mountain. You don't realize
you
hordes
mean,
of
the
people
that have already been raptured, you mean?
Right.
Well, they'll be
Rapture
safe.
houses
They'll be safe.
on
Rapture
the Bel
houses
Air.
on the
But
mountain.
what I mean is, you go
in
up there,
Bel Air.
you're taking inventory of a Bel Air home, recently raptured.
Oh, so you're saying in LA, if you specifically live on a summit, definitely beware of celebrating that.
But also beware of celebrating when you take the summit
when you
because
take
of
it
the
over.
rapture.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Very good. Okay, so, and if you do find yourself in that situation and you're like, shit, I bought this Bel Air house, or I raided this Bel Air house.
Yeah, you're not buying
and
it.
it's like now there's this big problem because I messed up. Just remember survival tip number 8.
Learn from the past. Learn from the last time the rapture happened.
Yeah, imagine you're getting attacked by a bear and you're like, what do I do? Wait, okay, it's time to learn from the past.
Remember when I was attacked by a bear last year? I learned from that. Remember when the rapture already happened before? Oh, this is that again? Cute. Now I know.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Numenon's been interacting with us the whole time.
Oh, gosh.
I'm internalizing, life-changing. These tips are very important. The order is especially important.
It is, and that's, thank you for picking up on that. Because I've been saying, this is why I memorized them in order, but obviously I didn't remember them too good.
Well, yeah.
But all I have to do is brush up and they're back.
That's true.
I spent 3 hours repeating and rewriting
They're pretty
them.
great. I think I should internalize these. Imagine developing a mindset during a survival situation.
It's so classic. It's
so
so
ridiculous.
amazing. It's
And welcome,
so
Mighty Starlight.
amazing.
Good to see you. Thank you for
Love
popping
it
in.
so much.
Okay, so then, sometimes it gets lonely at the top.
Yeah.
Especially if you're celebrating that summit and people get a little like, oh, this guy's a little high on his horse. So if you want to get like a good image back, just remember.
Sort of as an afterthought.
As an afterthought, as the second to last thing that you possibly ever consider. Make sure you, don't beware of so you've already reached the summit.
Develop a victor mindset.
Victor mindset, and you've already reached the summit. So
you
you're
need
kind
to
of
learn
at the very
from the past.
So after you've learned from the past and you're at the very top of your situation, remember survival tip number 9.
Help others.
Help others. Because you really can't even, there's really no point in helping others until you
Well, now that you got to the top, reach down,
then
I
maybe,
guess.
Maybe throw down a rope, but maybe not. I mean,
But learn from the past, because that ain't going to work out good.
If you learn from the past, make sure you do everything else first.
Yeah.
And then after
all
you've
of
done
that.
all of that,
you helped
very
others.
And you've actually helped someone, and that is a lot to really ask of you.
Especially
at this point.
in the end times.
This is the end times.
After the rapture, it's every man for himself.
You've gone through 8
until
other
step
phases.
9.
Yeah. Until step 9, it's every man for himself. So you've got 8 phases of tips. You've actually ascended like tiers of your situation because you've gotten to the summit. You've gotten to the literal summit of your problem.
You're really surviving.
And then you've helped somebody.
Yeah.
And then survival tip number 10, just to kind of make sure we've got all our P's and Q's in order.
Do the next right thing.
Just do the next right thing.
What is that?
You know
well,
what it
that's
is.
a la carte.
And Jesus not mentioned one single thing.
Never.
Pray to God.
It doesn't say look in your Bible.
Look in your Bible. Dr. Robert Jeffress, which is not a real name. Wait, this is a crazy name too.
I know. It's not Jeffries. It's Jeffress. It's like, are you Mormon?
Like he's a temptress.
It sounds like he's from
This is a very Mormon
Utah.
document.
Well, this is the way they look at things. They look at life as like a survival game. That's why I think he is, but I'm not 100. They came in the mail. Okay, my last thing I want to show you before I go for today is my Bible. I do own a Bible. I'm not that much of a heathen.
Sweet. That's awesome.
This Bible that I have.
Wow, that is
This
awesome.
Bible
This is an old one.
belonged to a man named Mr. Gerald Doherty. If you look in the front.
Wow. Whoa.
Mr. Gerald
This
Doherty
is a cool Bible.
was a man who I cared for at the nursing home in Michigan.
No way.
And I developed a close friendship with him because he was having a lot of problems.
He has like notes and stuff.
Yeah, in the front you can see where he has, maybe it's in the back, but maybe it's in the back. But he wrote something where it was like, dates and times when he brought like people to Jesus. Yeah, there he would give his convictions. And when it was like the last maybe like 9 days of his life, I came into his room.
Yeah.
And he was like sitting in his chair with his eyes closed, half asleep. And I started talking to him about what we would do that day. And he slowly opened his eyes and smiled. And he goes, I thought an angel came in. And I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. And I visited him at the hospital, which was, cool. I didn't usually do that, but I did. And then after he had passed, in his possessions that were left, because his family donated like his clothes and books and things, this was in it. They didn't keep it. And I saw it and I was like, what? He wrote in this? Yeah. So what does it say? Read it. I'm sorry. I was talking over, but I wanted to tell you how special he was. He was such a cool guy.
So he has a couple names in here and stuff, and like addresses. So maybe these are people he either converted or was going to talk to about the Bible. And then 345 3163 Decision Jesus Lord Joe Mulligan, 12 years. So I'm guessing like
age 12 years.
Maybe at 12, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because he was like a Sunday school teacher or something.
Wow, cool.
Yeah,
man.
and those numbers are phone numbers because people didn't used to put the area code because it was all the same.
Oh, look, and so in front of so the Acts of the Apostles here, which is Acts, right? He wrote Dr. Luke.
Yeah,
so
he has...
He had like little notes to remind himself, like, oh, Luke wrote
There's
this.
notes all around in the whole
mentions,
Bible.
so next to John 21:31, but these are written that ye might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing ye might have life through his name. After these things, Jesus showed himself again to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias, and on this wise showed himself. And then he says Isaiah 53:5. So then we can go to Isaiah 53:5. So he connected these two passages. Let me just find it real quick. Shouldn't take me but a second. Come on. Here we go.
There you go.
And he has the whole thing underlined. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. So he is mentioning the prophecy being fulfilled in John 20. That is so cool, man.
Yeah, it's really great, and I'm glad I have it.
Wow.
And he was a very special person, and because of the problems he was having at the time with his Alzheimer's, he was very fitful, and he would get very angry, and he would break things and stuff. He had to go out of the place a few times, like to the psych, because he had done some bad things. So then when he came back, I was like, okay, well, whenever this happens, it's because nobody's paying attention to him, and he gets bored, and then he goes crazy.
Yeah.
So I just kept him with me all the time.
Nice.
I made him my postal assistant because I had to deliver people's mail. So I'd be like, I need you to help me deliver this mail.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he had this thing where if you pushed his wheelchair, he would put his feet down, and like it wouldn't be easy to go. But what I figured out was if I took his hand and pulled and had him behind me and was pulling on his hand,
he would go.
He would walk with his feet and he would go.
Whoa.
And so he called me his pulling horse.
Pulling horse.
And he would say gee and haw, because that's what you say to pulling horses. You say gee for the right and haw for the left, or something.
Funny.
Anyways, it was a special thing.
What was his name?
Mr. Gerald Doherty.
All right, Mr. Gerald Doherty, God bless you. We pray for your soul, Lord Jesus Christ. Take Gerald Doherty into your kingdom and keep him safe, and let him give Em a little sign from the other side coming up. In the name of your son Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Yeah. That's very sweet, and yes, and I do. He is very. He just had a lot of really interesting things. He had been a electrical lineman as a young man, and we were talking about science one day and about storms and weather, and he was like, "You know what the butterflies do?" And I was
What do
like,
they do?
no. He goes, when it's about to storm, they get up under a leaf. And they squeeze their little feathers down, and they're under that leaf, and they let the storm go by. And
No
then they
way.
come out and shake off and fly away.
No way.
And he's like, I saw it because I was up in the tree. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Because it's like when someone has Alzheimer's, their brain is getting eaten through.
Yeah.
There's holes in it. But then sometimes some stuff will just like pop out amazing, and you're like, wow, there's so many, like, every person is like a chamber of 1,000 million layers.
Yeah, that's true.
All of you too. And so I wish you all the best. It was good to chat.
Good chatting, everyone. I got to run. I have a hard out right now.
He's got something cool to do tonight.
A little
it's
bit,
fun.
but it will be fun. But thank you, Em. We really appreciate you, Em, for being here. It was amazing. I had the best time. We got to do this more often.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can follow her at, I think it's EA Comedy on YouTube. Well, you have to type in at.
Yeah, at EA
Comedy. At EA Comedy, and it's this M. Allen here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You guys don't see it.
The profile pic
EA
is
Comedy,
me
M.
and
Allen.
Mr. Val Kilmer,
So that's
whose soul also reposes in the heavenly chamber.
Wow. Okay, cool. Well, thank you, everybody.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
being here.
you.
Shout out to Lineman. This guy's a lineman, and he's from Michigan. He's in Detroit. Mighty Sarlacc. So he says,
really?
Yeah, he says, shout out to Michigan. I'm in Detroit right now.
Oh, that's amazing. Super cool. That's where I'm
Super cool.
from.
That's Em's whole